What's up, goodies? Welcome back to your girl channel and to my kitchen, how to cook. And at your request, today we are making curry cold food in the kitchen, fast, easy, and simple. Make sure you subscribe, goodie, if you have not, and turn on the post notifications so you won't miss any other uploads. And for all I'm returning goodie, on a don't know, say on a girl loving her, on the ready for cook. Come on, let's cook. Okay, goodies, jump into the kitchen and let me show you how to cook this cold food recipe. Fast, easy, and simple, step by step, and perfect for beginners. Now, make we talk about our cold food. Now, my cold food was purchased in the farmer's market and I paid a little bit over $14 and some change. It was about $3 and I'll say 59 cents per pound. All right, is what I paid. Now, when I am choosing my cold food, I like it when it's not cut too big, and I don't want it to be chopped up small either. It has to be medium size, cutting like this because it makes the cooking process go by really much faster. Now, cold food is one of those things that it takes a pretty long time to cook. Just like you would be cooking oxtails, you could put it in the pressure cooker though, but today we are going to be cooking this on stovetop, right? Now, listen, goodie, we are going to wash our meat. Now, you guys know that I like to wash any kind of poultry really good, and I'm going to show you exactly how to achieve the most cleanest meat in your kitchen. If some people don't like wash their meat, but in our kitchen we're going to wash the daylight saving time out of it. Now, I did add 1 lemon and definitely some salt, and I'm going to add some white vinegar to it. Now, if you don't have white vinegar and you say, oh, I have apple cider vinegar or any other vinegar, go ahead and use that to it. And I'm very generous here, and I didn't measure any salt intake or vinegar to the thing, right? I just went ahead and pour it in. Now I'm using cold water here. You don't want to use warm water, okay? All I'm doing here is really making sure that every single piece of my cold food is really rubbed nicely against the lemon. And you guys, if you don't have lemon, you could use lime. If you don't have lime, you could use lime juice in the bottle or lemon juice. But whatever you guys do, just make sure say we're not clean up this thing here really thoroughly because it really needs for wash. Okay, be sure that you guys are doing that just to be sure that you achieve the most cleanest meat in the kitchen, right? A lot of people say, good, you know, I don't want to wash my meat because you wash off the good bacteria. Excuse me, we're going to wash off this bacteria, okay, good or bad. We are going to be washing off the meat because you guys, we don't eat dirty meat over here. I don't care if it's fish or chicken or poultry. Listen, honey baby, okay? All right, so after I've done this and I'm y'all, I'm rubbing this thing, okay? Because I want to get all the yucky thing off of my meat, right? So I'm gonna show you guys why you have to wash your meat. Look at all that water. That water is not even clear anymore, you guys. That water is looking like milk. Okay, now we're going to wash this a second time. However, what I usually do after I've added some more like cold water to it, and then of course I go back in and add a little bit more salt to it, right? You don't have to add any vinegar, but I had salt to mine. Leave the lemon in it, cover it up for about half an hour, and then I go back to finish completing my cleaning process. Okay, and as you could see the difference of the water, it is much clearer. Okay, this is how you know for sure that you are on the right track as far as cleaning your meat before you put any seasons on your meat. Listen, you guys, if you are planning on inviting me over for cow foot or any other kind of meat you're cooking and you have not cleaned it, please take me off the invite. Okay, please and thank you. All right, so as you can see, I'm kind of running the cold water over it, and I'm going to show you guys the difference of how the meat actually looks when you allow it to sit for that 30 minutes with a little bit more salt. And if you want, you could add a little bit more vinegar, but it's going to be nice and clear. The meat is going to be nice and clear, okay? And this is exactly how you want it to be looking before you go in and add your seasonings, you guys. Look at that. You see what I'm saying? That is what me talk about. Nice clean meats in a nice clean kitchen, and this is how it has to look for me to season my stuff, okay? But again, your kitchen is your kitchen, and you cook how you please, okay? On period. So all I'm doing here is transferring my meat into my season container, and we're gonna get this meat ready for season. Now I'm adding some basil here and some chopped chives. We're going to add a little bit of oregano, but those are optional. Now you want allspice and some curry powder, a little bit of all-purpose onion powder and garlic powder. We're going to add a little bit of salt and black pepper, and I am using some garlic here and my homemade green season, and I'm going to put a link down below to show you guys how to make green season at home. Make we see so up the thing now. All right, now you guys, I'm not measuring here because listen, in my kitchen I don't measure, but for you guys I am going to measure. Now the amount of meat that I did purchase was 3 pounds of cow foot. That much me know, but I'm just going to go in and add my salt and black pepper and onion powder and garlic powder. But you know what, you guys, I am definitely going to be listing everything that I did use for the recipe. That will be in the description of the video. Check it out, it'll be down there. And I definitely will be adding the amount that I use as far as seasoning is concerned, because this is beginner friendly, okay? I'm gonna want to over season the thing, but I definitely don't want you guys to under season either. Now my jerk season curry powder here is so delish. It's from HOMESTYLE, and you guys that's been following me in forever, you know how much I love my HOMESTYLE brands. I'm also even using the allspice here in the HOMESTYLE brand, but you could always substitute, you guys. There have so many different type of a curry powder that you could use, but do not forget to add your allspice pimento seeds, that's what we call it in Jamaica, but you could use the powdered one. It does come in powder as well. And as you could see, I'm adding the chopped chives and the oregano, and we're adding a little bit of basil and all that stuff, but that is totally optional, okay? Totally optional. You don't have to add that in there, but because in my kitchen me always extra, so that's why I add them there in it. It's going to give it a whole lot of flavor, okay? But again, you guys, as promised, I will definitely put a link down below to show you how to achieve the best green season in your kitchen every time straight. Okay, goodies, so that's what your meat look like after you finish seasoning it up and everything. We're gonna let it sit for about 30 minutes, or you could let it sit for overnight if you have time. I don't have any, okay? All right, so in my pot I'm adding some avocado oil. Into the avocado oil I'm adding some curry powder, about a tablespoon. Then I'm adding about 4 bay leaves to it. I'm definitely going in with some turmeric because honey baby is going to give it a whole lot of flavor, and it's good for your belly if you have bad belly. Then we're adding some ginger and combine all these together. Now it is going to give it so much flavor. Now you guys, for some of you guys that cannot tolerate curry, you definitely want to add the ginger, and you definitely want to add, or if you don't have the ginger, you could add the turmeric, okay? Or both, because the flavor that it gives your meat is amazing. Not only is it healthy, but it's amazing in flavor, okay? So I'm letting it kind of toast up for maybe about 30 seconds and then go in and add the cold food to it, okay? So another thing that I wanted to tell you guys, when you put your meat in the pot, right, as I'm going to show you guys that, you know, you toast it up for another maybe about, I'll say maybe a minute, but you want to make sure that you have some hot water going while you're doing this process, okay? just like I'm turning the meat here, just like if you'll be cooking oxtails, you're kind of burning and combining the curry powder with the cow foot, if that makes any sense. But whatever you do, just make sure that you have some hot water already going, okay? You don't want to add cold water to this process because it is going to make your meat take forever to cook. All Christmas, this cow foot is still tough, all right? Now, if you have your pressure cooker, you could always use your pressure cooker. You guys know how much I love my Faberware. I've showed it to you guys several times in a lot of recipes that I've done here, but I wanted to do this stovetop style for you guys that wants to go the authentic without using any pressure cooker or anything. Now we have our seasonings here. We have our skeleton thyme, onion, pepper. We have some potatoes and some carrots and some bell pepper here. Now I'm also going to add some butter beans. The butter beans that I have here is cooked one. This is the one from the can. I'll say maybe about 1.5 cups of cooked butter beans, so you want to be sure to add it. And of course, the potatoes and the carrot is totally optional, but because you guys know that I'm extra, okay? And a little bit of TII, TUY, TIY, whatever you want to say, right? For your information, my scaling is from my backyard, you guys, and so is my thyme, and I'm so proud of that. All right, I did make some fried plantains here, and this is going to go with the recipe today. My husband wanted dumpling and green banana and yellow yam because for those of you that don't know, my husband is Jamaican, right? And he loves his Jamaican authentic type of a cooking. So it is Sunday, you guys, but he does not want rice and peas today. So hey, you're going to get you some dumplings, some green bananas, and some yellow yam, sliced yellow yam. And for me, I did make some white rice, okay? And now, after your meat is cooked, mine took 2 hours to cook, you guys. 2 hours to cook. I did have to go in and add water to it once again to make sure that it was tender. I don't know where your cow foot is going to come from, but it could take even longer or quicker to cook based on the cow bull, okay? So mine did take about 2 hours to cook. Now, after it is cooked nice and pretty much tender like this, it's time to add all your seasoning. So I'm adding my potatoes and onions and skeleton thyme and all that other stuff to it. Just go ahead and add it all up in there. And be sure that you had some kind of a pepper, okay? Because the pepper is going to give it flavor. As much as I don't like pepper, as much as this kind of a recipe, it really calls for pepper, okay? A nice little hot pepper somewhere along the line. If you don't want to add hot pepper like Scotch bonnet, you could add dried pepper flakes, okay? And just give it a little bit of shibums to it. Now, as far as my my butter beans are concerned, these are cooked. And when I'm using cooked ones like this, I usually just put it on top and cover it up, because when it simmers, it's going to go to the bottom and it's going to look just like this, okay? It's going to combine regardless. I don't like to spin it up because it will stick in the bottom of the pot. So just put it on top of your meat and cover it up and go back. Within another half an hour or so, everything comes together. The potato will thicken the gravy, so you guys don't have to add any flour or cornstarch to thicken your gravy. The potato does the job. And honey baby, let me tell you something. When you are done, it looks amazing. Look at that gravy. That is all thickened by the potatoes, and the carrot gives it a nice little sweet taste. It is amazing. And that is my dinner to the left. I did want you guys to see how mine look with the rice, and I did add some avocado to it and all the other good stuff. But hey, y'all, listen, if you like it, go ahead and subscribe, share, tell a friend, bring them come good it, send them come, I'm waiting. And when you get done doing that, tell me what you want to see me I cook next in my kitchen. And remember, as always, from my kitchen to your kitchen, enjoy.